Sometimes you recognize truth because it destroys you for a bit. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. It shattered something inside me that hadn't been broken before. I never fail. It's just that the people around me succeed more than I. But better to get hurt by the truth than comforted with a lie. Have faith. Have faith. When you have nothing else, have faith. The essence of knowledge is having it to use it. If you really want something, you can figure out how to make it happen. Remember, man does not live on bread alone. Sometimes he needs a little buttering up. The best way to cheer yourself is to cheer somebody else up. Don't set your goals by what other people deem important. The money you make is a symbol of the value you create. We're going to aspire to break through and create our own reality. It is truth that liberates, not your effort to be free. Where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great. What the caterpillar calls the end, the rest of the world calls a butterfly. Sometimes we create our own heart, breaks through expectation. Sometimes it takes a good fall to really know where you stand. The only source of knowledge is experience. To attain knowledge, add things every day. To attain wisdom, remove things every day. In the cherry blossom shade, there's no such thing as a stranger. A real scientist solves problems, not wails that they are unsolvable. I am the shore and the ocean, awaiting myself on both sides. We don't have to defeat any individual but our own self. We are citizens of the world. The tragedy of our times is that we do not know this. Be like seeds. Do not see dirt thrown at you as your enemy, but as ground to grow. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. 10 seconds. That's all it takes for life to throw you a curveball. I believe in looking reality straight in the eye and denying it. For them to perceive the advantage of defeating the enemy, they must also have their rewards. Do it now. Sometimes later becomes never. That it will never come again is what makes life so sweet. Things joined by profit, when pressed by misfortune and danger, will cast each other aside. To have a human form of a joyful thing, but in the universe of possible forms, there are others just as good. Thus the expert in battle moves the enemy and is not moved by him. Transmit the established facts. Do not transmit words of exaggeration. If you do that, you will probably come out all right. Don't be afraid of being different. Be afraid of being the same as everyone else. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. It would be so nice if something made sense for a change. It shocks me how I wish for what is lost and cannot come back. A star is not honored for its size, but for its light. If ignorant both of your enemy and yourself, you are certain to be in peril. What is of supreme importance in war is to attack the enemy's strategy. It's good to do uncomfortable things. It's weight training for life. Great things are done by a series of small things brought together. Life is a bittersweet journey, my friend, a bittersweet journey. It's often only in the lies we refuse to speak that any truth can be heard at all. If everything seems under control, you're not going fast enough. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. Be brave to stand for what you believe in, even if you stand alone. Wisdom comes not from age, but from education and learning. Be wiser than other people if you can, but do not tell them so. Be mindful, be grateful, be positive, be true, be kind. Done is better than perfect. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. Verily, knowledge is a lock, and its key is the question. For any sin, we all suffer. That is why our suffering is endless. At times, even a 90% compatibility rate ends in a breakup. Until you have suffered much in your heart, you cannot learn humility. As soon as you trust yourself, you will know how to live. No persons are more frequently wrong than those who will not admit they are wrong. The sidelines may be safer, but life is played on the field. Men do less than they ought unless they do all they can. It was easier to ask for forgiveness than it was to get permission. True knowledge exists in knowing that you know nothing. Take care of your body. Remember, health is another form of wealth. By what men think, we create the world around us, daily new. If what one has to say is not better than silence, then one should keep silent. It was the truth, and like any truth, it was powerful. It's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it that matters. The most important person you meet in life is your highest self. Search of truth is actually a search of strength to handle the truth. Don't react, cut them off silently. Silence is nice to have if you wanted it, but maddening if you didn't. We seek the fire of the spark that is already within us. Truth is what your contemporaries let you get away with. The essence of being human is that one does not seek perfection. If your life is worth thinking about, it is worth writing about. Many things that don't really mean so much of anything are wonderful. Memory can make a thing seem to have been much more than it was. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. Make visible what, without you, might perhaps never have been seen. All I have is all I need, and all I need is all I have in this moment. Anything not worth doing is worth not doing well. Think about it. The bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot. Know thyself, know thy enemy. 1,000 battles, 1,000 victories. There is little success where there is little laughter. It was always the becoming he dreamed of, never the being. Nothing happens until something moves. Invincibility lies in the defense, the possibility of victory in the attack. Dining with the king, your attire, attitude, and mentality must change. The only time you fail is when you fall down and stay down. When inequality takes root, a garden of problems flourishes. If those who are sent to draw water begin by drinking themselves, the army is suffering from thirst. But if a villain can be made, then they can be unmade. War is a matter of vital importance to the state. Music in the soul can be heard by the universe. Falling down is an accident. Staying down is a choice. If you listen to critics for too long, you will become deaf to success.